What is up, y'all? This is the Everlane, like, duffel bag. Is this one of the cheapest but best affordable duffel bags? At the time of making this video, it's at like 78 bucks, about $80. It's got 45 liters of capacity, and because it's Everlane, Everlane has really high standards for themselves about where they manufacture their stuff, what the ethical situation is there, how resourceful we are with the materials that we're using. So for that price, you get this bag and the ethical sort of sustainable thing, which is like, thank God. But does it actually travel well? First of all, you need to know that it's got some lightweight materials. It's a nylon polyester blend that is actually water resistant. It like is stain resistant. It is made to be like easily clean. This is the gray version. There's a few other colors. It's kind of heathered, so it always just looks, it has I don't know, it doesn't look like it's dirty. It doesn't look like it gets dirty easily, and that's a plus. The material itself clearly has some sort of like a DWR coating. Water resistance is legit on this. I'm surprised by it. At 78 bucks, this is like, it feels nice and burly in the hands. It feels good. Like, it's like, oh no, yeah, this thing's gonna last. Then you've got number 10 YKK Zips on the bag here on the main compartment. And I gotta say, these zip pulls, they're taking a cue from GoRuck. I mean, these are like the best zip pulls. These GoRuck type zip pulls where there's just a knot, and I love it. It's not loud. You don't hear like a clink, 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 clink anywhere. These zip pulls are killer. And to have the YKK number 10 on that main compartment is awesome. They have another zip down here that gets you access into the main compartment. This looks like a YKK 8. There's also a pocket out here. This bag, you can't tell what you have to get used to it, because visually you can't tell what's going on. More YKK, this is either 5 or 8. And while I'm going through some of the pockets, there's the bottom pocket, another YKK 10 here, which is like a shoe compartment. More on the materials, you've got these straps. They're very minimal, okay? You've got, I like the way that they've got this, about a 1 1/4 inch webbing. It goes through the strap here. The strap is tacked down, sewn onto the strap itself there. I think you're supposed to use these as handles, but in my use of it, it's just, I don't like that at all. I don't like this as the handle. It doesn't feel very good. I mean, you can get a good grip on there because it's like an 1 1/4 inch webbing, so you can actually make it fold or mold inside your hand, so you can really get it, but it's not how I want to be carrying this. These grab handles, on the other hand, pure just webbing, are solid. This is how I want to be carrying this. I want to be carrying this vertically like this if I'm doing it by hand. I just want to be like, kind of like that old school military pack kind of vibe. And then there's solid reinforcements on this thing. You see this webbing sewn in there, this webbing sewn in here, the way that these grip handles are sewn in, the way that these straps come down and have this reinforcement here as well as up here. So it's like, for 78 bucks, not only like the webbing feels good too, so I'm kind of like, fuck man, this is kind of a nice bag, man. Basic carry comfort, all right? We're talking about the basics here. This thing is a sack that's 45 liters, lots of capacity, right? And then you put it on and it is like simple, basic carry comfort, all right? I don't know if you can see the bottom of the bag there, but I'm 5'10", about 187 pounds, let's say. No sternum strap, okay? But I've been surprised how much the straps, they feel comfortable enough. They kind of do. Now, when I'm traveling, some days are really long days of travel. I don't want this for a really long day of travel. I want to be clipped in. I want to have some hip straps, you know what I mean? Check out the travel backpacks page at Matterful for my favorite travel backpacks. But if you just need to get from point A to point B and carry a bunch of shit, super lightweight on its own, right? The material is really lightweight on its own. You could probably do a lot worse than this thing. It looks kind of good, And like I said, when we're in transit, I would only really want to use these if I'm going by hand. It's nice to have these kind of throw handles. They're great. You can just feel them. They're good. They're solid. And then if I was carrying it by hand, if I was standing in customs, some long customs line in Hong Kong or something like that, I would take this off. I would hold it just like this, and then it's at my feet, and literally the top of the bag is right at my hand. So I don't have to lean over to pick it up or drop it down. That's kind of nice. Okay, bueno. Okay, minimal organization in this thing. One of the big things that happens in travel is you need to get into your stuff. You gotta get your snacks, you gotta get your water bottle, you gotta get your Bluetooth headphones, you gotta get your cannabis oil. We don't have a lot of access on this bag externally, but that's okay. Honestly, in travel, for myself, it's normally all in here, all inside of here. In fact, I carry this little day pack inside, so when I get to my airplane seat, I pull that out and I put this on my airplane seat, and then put this in the overhead compartment or shove it under the seat in front of me or something if I can fit it. This is the Go tote bag, which they also make a backpack, the Air Go backpack, which is my preferred. But I've got a bunch of packable backpacks that I really like. This is so big, you can easily fit a solid daily carry bag for when you get to your destination. Love that. Check out matterful.co/packable. I'll put a link to that and this bag and the description below in the YouTube description. Thank you. Okay, so I just put that right inside. And so when I'm going, I can just grab it and pull it out. That's some external access just through the main number 10 zip here with these great zip pulls. But there's other organization as well. Like I mentioned, there's this bottom pocket, and it's on the bottom of the bag. This is my bummer here. I would put this on the top of the bag, and this would be my grab and go pouch. This right here would be my pocket for grabbing and going stuff, my Bluetooth headphones, my water bottle, my my always need you, never want to see you, like my tech pouch, any of the things that I'm gonna need on the plane, like I can pull all that out, throw it on the seat, and then put this up in the overhead compartment. This is on the bottom though, as it is, so whatever's in there is gonna get smashed on, okay? Because when you're taking this bag on and off, you're gonna do it like, unless you're gonna take it and intentionally turn it upside down every time, right? Because there really is a top and a bottom of this bag defined by the straps. This is you can't carry it this way because there's no padding up here. This is upside down. Okay, so Everlane, that's one little place for improvement for me. I figured that they designed this to be a shoe compartment. It's got its own liner, it's probably smell proof and all that jazz. This is supposed to be for shoes. And so that's why they put it on the bottom. I'd say move that to the top. It can still be for shoes. However, now I have a pocket that I can get into with a lot of space, plenty of space for my Bluetooth headphones or whatever I need to throw in there. And I can access it really easily on the go and then have my whole main compartment for just the big stuff. When you're traveling with a bag like this and you got your main compartment, it does kind of suck to get in there, root around and look for, where's my water bottle? I know it's in here somewhere. Where'd that fucker go? Oh, there it is. I got it. And then it's like hooked on something, so it's pulling stuff out. It's just not how you want to live your fucking life when you're on the road. Pardon my French. Just remembering all those times, hot and sweaty and travel. Kids are whining. It's like, that's not when I want this bag. This is when I'm by myself and I've got some weed gummies and I'm going on a little excursion out into the mountains with some friends. We're flying into Denver or something like that. It's like, okay, Bluetooth headphones, I really don't need to be getting in and out much. I got a granola bar in my pocket for when I need a snack. But when I do regular travel with my fam and do it for reals, like I gotta get a good travel bag. That's matterful.co/travel. Check out the travel bags. Now there are three other zippers on this bag. First of all, down here in the back, there's an access point to the main compartment. So if I wanted to throw my water bottle in there, there's a chance, if depending on how the bag's packed out, that it stays there and I can just grab it and go. That's kind of nice. Then, equal and opposite reaction on the other side, you have another zipper. This is a smaller compartment, like passport size, like sunglasses size, or whatever. It's just flat and it's unprotected. So whatever you put in here, the bag's gonna like maybe roll on top of or something like that. But it's nice to keep your little things, maybe your little Bluetooth headphone earbuds or something like that in there. It's just a little pocket. Thank you. And then the final pocket is actually inside of this bag on the top flap. There's just a mesh pocket, which is big, burly. You can fit a lot of stuff, keep stuff separate. Now, what I don't like about using this main compartment as my main access is that like, it's cool, you can put your tech stuff in there, but then you gotta open this, zip it open, get visibility, so I've gotta zip it all the way open. Then I'm opening again to get into here. So really, this is for keeping stuff, this is like not stuff that you wanna get when you're actually in transit. It's just stuff you wanna keep segmented from the rest of your gear while you're traveling. Okay, so minimal organization, but more than you'd expect for such a cheap bag, and I don't know, it's just, it's like kind of useful, utilitarian organization. Now, really low-key branding. This is a pin. This has like, you can pull this off. It's just got a little pin in it. I don't know if that even comes with it or they just put it on mine. I think it comes with it. That's kind of cool. I like when a bag just doesn't say anything about itself, except for how it carries and what it looks like. I dig that. So thanks for the low-key branding, Everlane. And then it's got simple, clean aesthetics. Look at it, it's just basic, essential, kind of killer. The way that they do, like, you know, it's like Everlane makes great t-shirts. Basic, kind of killer, right? This thing's aesthetics are kind of clean, kind of nice. They get you where you need to go. I'm always surprised when I put these backpack straps on. I'm like, this could get useful. I mean, this could be like quite comfortable over time. I haven't had like a long travel day with this bag, so, and I don't think I'd put myself in that situation. I value my life more than that. But if that happened to you, you could probably survive it really well, especially if you can just put the bag on the ground and carry it by these. Like, you can definitely get some relief, switching up carry modes, get it up like this on your shoulder. I mean, you could kind of ruck it around. And then finally, it's just got epic capacity. It's solid. I put my sort of daily carry bag in there. I got my Peak Designs packing cube, which is my favorite. I love this thing. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Another packing cube, the Nomadic, a smaller one, is in there. Link to that below. My Air Dop kit is in there, and everything's in there just sort of, you know, thrown in. But I don't know if you're gonna get a sense of capacity here at all. It's just a lot. And then there's that top pocket, which I didn't have anything in, or sorry, bottom pocket that I wish was the top pocket. Just to get a sense of weight here, this thing comes in at 2.2 pounds, okay? So really, really lightweight. I know there are lots of bags that are lighter than that, but, and by the way, like the branding is just little Everlane right in here. 2 pounds is pretty damn light for 45 liter capacity. Now you're gonna feel that in how simple the carry is, how simple the straps are. But like I said, it's more comfortable than it should be. Like, it should be a lot less comfortable. Here's one bag you gotta compare that to. This is the Peak Design 35 liter travel bag. Slightly less capacity, but more organization and a lot more accessibility while you travel. It also does a backpack mode conversion where you've got these straps that are not padded, but you can move them around on this thing to have backpack mode or handle mode. You can check out my review of this guy in the link in the description below. But another really simple, minimal strap that you can just kind of get away with for a while if you need to. Typically when I do duffel travel like this, I'm carrying it next to me and I have a backpack on. Like, my daily carry's on, that goes in the airplane seat, this goes in the overhead. What I love about this is it's a little smaller than this, made from materials that are gonna last a billion years. Great organization for access while you're on the go. So this is definitely another option to look at. It's not even that, it's like a little bit more expensive than that. Well, I guess it's like $100 more. I think it's like $175 or something. Which for me, when I'm traveling, when it comes down to something that I'm just gonna commit to for a really long time, I don't mind spending that extra money. But if you're like pinching pennies and you just need something right now, this is gonna last you a long time too. And if you don't mind this sort of more like utilitarian, burly kind of approach to travel, this thing does a great job. So thanks, Everlane, and thank you for watching. I mean, where would I be if you weren't here watching this? You have a lot of options when you fly the friendly skies of YouTube. Thanks for showing up here. What I'm about is I do reviews of products that I think are worth it. A lot of travel and a lot of bag stuff, but also home and lifestyle stuff. For instance, I just did the Ratio 8 coffee maker. I'll put a link to that in the description below. One of the fucking coolest home coffee makers ever. check out Matterful.co because I have my list of favorite travel backpacks, favorite duffels. This will go on there for sure because it's so affordable and eco-friendly and all those things. It's like a lot of reasons why this deserves to be up there, but this is on there as well. A lot of others are on there. The Air, if you want something more like a case or trunk, that I like that one, and the Tortuga one as well. Check out the link below in the description at this time code to the other duffel bags that I have on my favorite duffel bags page. But there's also daily carry, travel backpacks, etc. And while you're there, get on the email list at the bottom of the page because that's where we're gonna be doing giveaways of lots of free bags when we get to our next sort of milestone and do free bags, because who doesn't like free shit? And last time we gave away thousands of dollars worth of gear. All right, senor or senorita or you know, or whatever you choose to be called. All are welcome here. Thank you for being an engaged citizen, for being a part of your life, because if you could not be a part of your life and then you just get real bored. Thank you for being you. You're the only one that can do it, you know? So whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're going through, wherever you are, there you are. Acknowledge and move on. That's what the surfers used to say with the guy who used to tell the story. Anyways, acknowledge and move on. It's a good way of rolling through life. Just acknowledge it. Oh shit, that fucking happened. Oh my God. And then you move on with it. Knowing that happened, rolling with it, being sort of in agreement with your reality. And then changing your reality over time to have a design that you prefer. You know, make your coffee in the morning the way you like it. Travel with the bag you want to travel with. Be satisfied with the pick that you make. Have a daily carry bag that's like every day I take my daily carry bag somewhere. I love that I get to travel with so much of this stuff and try out so many things because I get to give you guys a sense of here's all the good ones, and then you get to pick which one you are drawn more to. Because in life right now, there just seems like there's so many choices. And we're all kind of going crazy, trying to decide if we've made the right choice or not. Sometimes you gotta settle in life, and sometimes settling is like settling, like I'm making a settlement, like I am coming into agreement with myself, with my resources and my tools, and with my fucking mission in life, with what I'm doing. I use these to get from point A to point B. What happens at point B is like, I don't know, we're doing something fun, going with the boys, hanging out to go on a river trip or take some mushrooms or something like that. The travel is about the life. The journey is the destination, and that's why sometimes these straps might not be so satisfying and you might wanna go with a backpack, but you can still enjoy the fucking trip, right? And when you get to where you're going, you know, travel's so important because you get into a different mindset. You just get into a different mode. I love it. And you can just travel in your hometown. You can take a different way home, you know? And I just think that's important these days because a lot of us can get in our ruts. If you walk the same path every day, like pretty soon all the grass dies, and pretty soon like everybody who's walking through there is just walking through that one area because to go off the beaten path just looks kind of crazy because the trail is so worn in. It's a well-worn trail. And I find that in travel, I step off the well-worn trail. I get into where the grassy areas are a little bit more. And even though to other people who live there, those are well-worn trails, to me, it's a brand new thing. Because, you know, you're making up your like you're the one that's in the controls of what's going on, like what you're paying attention to, right? You're deciding what to pay attention to. You're letting people tell you what to pay attention to. And I find that there's a lot of fun in life when I start to ask myself the question, like, what do I want to be paying attention to? For me, and for my people, and for my wife, for my kids, for my parents, for my friends, for my, like, buddies who are into the same stuff that I'm into and I haven't even met them yet, right? Maybe we have more design agency in how we feel our life is going than the news is letting us on. Get out of your element today. Write yourself a letter. Do something you haven't done. Change something up. Just fuck it, man. Why not? Why not? And as always, if you're interested in talking about some of the more interesting things in life, subscribe to this channel. Let's talk about products that keep their promises, but we love talking about life here. Just like wisdom versus foolishness, wisdom of the ages, wisdom of my wisdom teeth. All right, y'all, talk to you later. Bye-bye.